what kind of things are not okay to say on stage today, or more appropriately on network TV do they stop you from saying?
A woman came up to me in Ireland and she says to me, I swear to God, she goes, "You're evil, you f***ing True story.
Now listen, normally you can't, let me explain the rules of TV. You can't say on TV, but when you say it with an Irish accent, it's not a big deal over there.
I did not.
Because it's C-O-O-N.
It's actually, it's the comedy because it's spelled with a K.
Yeah.
So that's
even this network.
What'd you just say?
I said even this wonderful network that this show is on that I get to do once a week.
Oh my Lord.
What are you gonna say? I was doing my half-hour special.
Yeah.
And I do the thing about the sniper, the black sniper.
Yes.
And blah 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 blah. The punchline was nigga in a Buick, and.
It's so funny. They cut
out Buick.
They cut out Buick.
I swear to God, because they didn't want to Buick.
Yeah, but that was just logical. It wasn't really a Buick.
But that's why it's funny though. Because the reason it's funny is because people don't understand why things are funny. Hard consonants are funny.
Yeah.
You know, blah 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 in a Chevy or blah 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 in a Maxima is not funny. Buick is funny. That's why. And the fact that he wasn't in a Buick is the reason. I'm a comedy genius, and it's hard to express why that's funny. But
don't you think, basically, we all know the deal. We all have met many times, sat down after you're doing comedy a bunch of years. You seem to know what you're doing. You get laughs all over the country, all over the world. And then you go to these network meetings, you have three people with no sense of humor going, you know, that's really not, I don't find that funny. It's like, who cares what you find? But they're in charge of making artistic decisions, and there's 50 of them making money off you. Yeah, you know what I mean?
I asked the guy once, his name is Sandy Gruschow. He's like the head of Fox.
I've heard of him.
Yeah.
I asked him, and I was doing this comedian. He liked this one comedian I was doing, and he goes, "Where'd you get that?" I said, I told him where it came from. And I said, well, so what's your background? I said, I'm thinking, you know, somewhere, he said, in marketing and finance. Look, did you ever, like, see a play? Did you ever, like, read a book? I mean, he's like, nothing. It's amazing.
Yeah, but then even, like, you talked about with the test audiences, that doesn't even produce the results they want, because they say they want to, if they told me, look, we can't judge our own minds because our own judgment is off so often, we're pandering to people we don't really know, so we're going to do these test groups, and that's going to result in hits. Well, but even that doesn't work. Seinfeld was low test. And there's no way you're going to tell me, no matter what mutants they had in the room, there's no way any group of people found, according to Jim, funny.
You know what they have? Sorry. That's right. You know what they have, though, is the way they do it is they don't test it in front of humans. They actually have 100 monkeys, and if the monkeys don't take a crap, that's the show they put on the air.
So on Giraldo's canceled shows, they took a crap?
You know what, folks? That had to be said.
I did.
I hold this truth to be self-evident. Please don't leave me alone with these people. We'll be right back.
In a world where
monologue, they don't see you, and you know, it's not professional in my opinion. But I could be wrong. Maybe you guys talking during the show is a good thing. What the hell do I know?
Get on with it.
What's it like having a little freckled Irish
Really cut to the chase there, didn't you, Don? Well, folks, customers are suing Macy's, Dillard's, and JCPenney for racial profiling. Something minority shoppers say has long been an unfortunate fact of life. Now, first of all, Patrice, what do you people doing at JCPenney? I thought they would be caught dead there. Second of all, who's following them around the story? Is it white people? I've been to those stores my whole life. I'd say half the employees are white, half are people of color. You act like there's never been 70 kids from Antoine Fisher High bum rushing a Korean deli. Let me tell you, my eyes have seen what they've seen. Even when you buy something, you still got to make the guy nervous by pretending you're not going to pay for it, the poor Korean guy. You have to hold it, open it in the store, he's like, yo, you pay for that? Yo, I'll pay for that, Ching Chong. And then the poor little Ecuadorian guy, that's a little Ecuadorian guy looking at you, what are you going to do, you Mexican? And then you pay. What do you think about this?
How long was that insult going to last? this is what I'm saying. They're always watching black people. I don't know. And listen, this is the funny thing about black people. We don't steal. We're the only ones who really buy stuff. All white dudes buy are clogs and silk shirts. And I'm gonna tell you, if you look closely at the Winona Ryder video, Wesley Snipes was standing right next to her. That's the only reason she got caught, because they was looking for. They were looking at Wesley.
That is, I agree. Happy Valentine's, by the way. But I think that it is racist for people to follow black people around the store. Because the reality is, shoplifting really is more of a white woman crime.
Yeah.
It really is. You know, blacks are more into like mugging and carjacking,
Rape.
and rape.
Stabbing and raping. Sorry.
Well, what about, so Patrice, do you feel like people, when you go into a store, do people kind of like, does it?
It upsets me only because the history of what we do. Black people go in a sneaker store. I can't believe how black people get treated in sneaker stores. I buy a pair of sneakers every other day, and you ever see a white man shop for sneakers? Yeah. He wants to know how much spring is in the shock step. Does the zipper really matter? All I want is the pair of sneakers that match my belt buckle that day, and they still treat me like Mr. What are you?
Are you actually working out so much you're wearing out sneakers every 2 days?
Working out.
But it's also, there's no racial issue when you walk into those snotty stores, any of those snot stores like Gucci, Pucci, whatever, all of those stores where it just costs way, way too much, where it's out of control. Anybody who walks in those stores is immediately, what a piece of crap you are. When they come over to treat you, it's like, what are you doing here? Why would you even bother to walk in this store? The idiots are selling 3 sweaters there. Who the hell is buying? How does the store even stay open? What's the point of this joke? These are the questions that I keep asking myself.
Well, everything doesn't have to be a joke. See, what you did was, you're not like a lot of these comedians that go for the laugh. You just had a nice... nice little story.
All right, look, let's talk about this. Speaking of great jokes, I want to make sure I get out. This Reverend Gene Robinson's been elected the first gay bishop in the Episcopal Church, okay? That's right. He was elected yesterday, and I'll tell you something. I heard one of his sermons. I'm not kidding. And first of all, I don't think you should start a sermon by talking about how you were disappointed in the Tony Awards. But also... But I say it's better you find out up front about these guys, not like the Catholic Church where you don't find out until you're, face down in a pile of vestments with rosary beads around. Tom, what do you think?
Well, I think that it's interesting you would say that. I was an altar boy, and it's interesting. No, it's interesting how anything can be a sign of rejection. I look back and I think, what about me, Father? What? I wasn't good enough for you, Father? I wasn't sexy enough. Oh yeah, the O'Malley twins got it twice a week, but you couldn't lift up little Dom Herrera's cassock and make him feel important.
So now I think we know where that little Irish freckled joke came from, the O'Malley. He's a little jealous of the O'Malley boys. Everything has its gut. Look, do you think it's okay? Do you guys really think it's okay for the church to have gay, or does it bother you?
It shocks me that people in this day and age have any issue with gay people at all. But on the other hand, if you're going to believe in this Bible nonsense, it's pretty clear in there that God's got a problem with gays. It says man shall not lay with another man. It says that in black and white. I guess if you do it standing up, that's all right.
Well, who cares? On the list of things that we got to worry about, gay priests is like on page 96. After are we eating too much garlic as a people?
I would be gay, but I just can't get in that kind of shape.
Don't give in to the dark side, folks. Watch these commercials. We'll be right back.